what I do.
What's up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Y'all hit the #1 button, man. Shout out to all my members. Want to give a big shout out to all my members. Urban Eagle, welcome to the broadcast. Got my man Jamal Smith. Welcome to the broadcast. Good to see you guys back up in here. All my membership, Devin Townsend, I certainly do appreciate all the new members. I hope you all will go and check out my, I guess we would call it my library of videos. I certainly would appreciate that. When you join the membership, check out all the stuff, all the years of hard work. Appreciate you guys doing that. Got my jelly jar here. I'm going to go ahead and put the Cash App. Well, actually, I'll put the Cash App and the PayPal in there for you guys, man. And, you know, the march continues. Shout out to the Wrench Mob, Boris Barracuda, the Watcher, Miss Ivy Dreams. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Urban Eagle. Who else we got up in here, man? All my folks, man. Good to have y'all in here, baby. Yes, indeed. Somebody type begging and confessing in the chat room. Somebody type begging and confessing in the chat room. We got a lot of begging and confessing going on. Apparently, black people, black men and black women, we have something like a superpower. They want us to come save them. And so we see a lot of confessing and begging on the internet going on. And so what I want to do, family, brothers and sisters, shout out to the Watcher. Welcome to the membership. Always good to have folk in here. So I want to put it in context. They want us to save them, but we on vacation, right? Somebody type, we're hibernating in the chat room. Let them know we are hibernating. Somebody type, black folks are resting in the chat room, right? We are resting, we're hibernating. And they seem not to know what to do with the fact that they don't have black people out front to, help these folks not get deported and all that other stuff, man. But, you know, the thing is, I mean, how much more do you want from us, you know? Nevertheless, it's, of course, something that's driven many people to the streets, and that's these policies under Trump's administration. The ongoing administration reform has led to mass deportations of Latinos, Asians, Africans, Caribbeans, and there's been a call of action. There's been a cry for foundational Black Americans to step forward, right, and to abandon our silence and come out of hibernation, okay, and join the fight against systematic injustice. It's as if America is searching for Superman and Superwoman, or Superman and Wonder Woman, depending on how you want to look at it, right? That's what I see. I mean, I just find it intriguing, to say the least. I find it amazing, okay? Now, before I get started good, I do, since we are talking about superheroes, I want you all to make sure you do me a favor. I'm a father of boys, and I've always taken the opportunity when available. Shout out to C. Darden. Thank you for being the first person to contribute to the super chat. And also Matthew Carter. I want you all to make sure you take your children to go see Captain America, Brave New World. I saw it today. It's a good movie. I put my stamp of approval on it. It is, it doesn't have all that woke stuff going on in it. It's a good, solid role model type movie, especially for young boys and young girls. There's a young Black lady who plays the Secret Service, a beautiful chocolate sister. She plays Secret Service, I guess, top aide to the president. And of course, we have Mr. Mackey, who's playing Captain America. Y'all make sure you take your children. Make sure you take your sons and daughters to go see that movie. They always try to say, oh, it's a bomb, it's terrible. And that's a lot of these YouTubers on the internet. And the truth is, they want all black movies starring black superstars to fail. They want that because, of course, they don't want to see all that blackness on TV. But nobody has been America's hero more so than black folks, period. We saved America from itself. All right. So y'all go check out Mr. Mackey's movie. Check it out. Yeah. And that way we can ensure, just like the Black Panther, we can ensure we have more black actors, specifically superheroes that are black, playing leading men. So y'all go do that. I think it's a good thing. Good family trip, good way to spend your time with your kids, especially little boys and little girls. You get to see us being portrayed on the big screen. It's definitely not a slave movie. That's another thing. They love to put us out there in slave movies. That's the only thing. They don't ever want us to be superheroes. So y'all make sure y'all go support. When I got there, the place was filled up with black people anyway. So black people already know, hey, we support our own. And Mr. Mackey has always been pretty cool. But anyway, let's chop it up for a minute. Let's talk about this. And I think once I'm finished, you guys will truly understand that this is the second stage where we are. Shout out to Black Abdullah. Thank you so much. But like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna turn my music down to taste. They want to call us out. They think we're Superman and Superwoman, right? That's what it is. But many of us are choosing to remain disengaged. We are, hibernating. We're staying away from these protests and these boycotts because we recognize the unique position that we're in, and it is unmatched power. And I know it's difficult for us who always feel that we're powerless to recognize, but by the time I finish with this broadcast, you and everybody listening will understand why foundational Black Americans are the most powerful group of people in this country, and how we have the ability to halt the tide of racially charged policies and movements. And at this point, we just refuse to be manipulated, right? Or give that power to someone else for their gain. And so the other thing I want to address is you have a lot of these so-called modern day pro-Black folks in these movements. And they often claim to represent us and our interests, but we must critically examine who is truly leading this charge. Unlike the race men and women back in the 1950s, that's what they called them. Black folks who were down with the race, and they didn't call them pro-Black per se. All right, these modern day pro-Black advocates are often funded by left-wing think tanks and organizations that have really become nothing more than extensions of the Democratic Party. And these are the very liberals that Brother Malcolm X warned us about, not openly racist per se, but insidiously paternalistic, if you will. They don't wear the face of outright hatred, but they view Black and Indigenous people as subhuman while patting themselves on the back for being our supposed guides and saviors, okay? And these modern day pro-Black movement type folks, right? They fight against, they allege to fight against white supremacy, but not just to grant us autonomy so we can be free, okay? But to assume the same control that the white supremacists and folks like that have long held over our lives. They seek to dictate how we think and how we live. And shout out to LaShawn Jones. What's up, sweetheart? How are you doing? They want to tell us what to do, who we should support. We want you to go out here and support Costco. We want you to boycott Target, right? And see, their actions suppress our right to think independently and make decisions in our own best interest. Take, for example, this backlash against Target that I just mentioned, right? For eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion. While many of us are quick to attack this change, these same folks conveniently overlook the fact that Mark Zuckerberg, right, who stood right behind Trump at his inauguration, and Jeff Bezos, who also attended, have similarly dismantled DEI programs in their organization. Shout out to Johnny Harris. Yet you have the calls, there's no calls to boycott them. And to me, that's suspicious. You understand? I don't know why, okay, why they have their picks and chooses. Maybe it's just they're trying to flex and let people know that, let the powers to be know that they have control of the American Negro. You see what I'm saying? But the problem is they want us to blindly follow them without question, even when the facts contradict their directives. And this exposes a deeper issue, the belief that we should obey without thinking. Shout out to Johnny Harris, that we must surrender our independent minds to their agenda. But we, foundational Black Americans, know our power, and we